Good morning. This is Brian Stephens with eXp Realty. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. The purpose of this video is to give you an idea of what the Lakeland, Florida market looks like. Today is April the 23rd, 2024. This market report is going to be from January 1st, 2024 until the end of last month, the end of March. But it'll give you a good idea of kind of statistically what the market's looking like, what things have done. Everybody is always asking us, I say myself, my colleagues, and myself as a real estate agent, so how's the markets? Well, this is going to be a little bit more of a deep dive, nothing crazy. I want to keep it elementary so we can all understand it because we don't need to complicate things, right? So this is going to give you an idea of what the market is looking like in Lakeland, Florida. So if you find any value to this video, do me a favor. If you would like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Whenever I drop more videos like this and home tours, you will be the first to get notified and you can check that out. So that would be great if you can do that. Let's get on to the market a little bit. So let's just kind of talk really basics. We know that rates have still been fairly high. The Fed has said they're going to drop rates. They said at the beginning of the year 6 or 7 times. We haven't seen that really happen that much at all. They've been up, down, up, down. As of the making of this video, they still really haven't done a whole lot to stimulate the market, in our opinion. So, but they are saying come maybe May or June, and we know we're in an election year. So there's some motivation there to stimulate some activity, but they're saying maybe May or June, they're going to drop rates a little bit to stimulate the market as a possibility. Again, this is all hearsay. Who knows until it actually happens, okay? So if they do drop it a couple of times before, call it November, we'll see what happens. But right now, the market is still low inventory, which is good if you're selling a house because you're getting, there's not a lot of competition in the marketplace. The tough thing about selling a house right now is buyers are sitting on the sidelines because rates are still, again, as of the making of this video, they're in the high 6s, low 7s, depending on your credit. And so some people are just kind of hanging out and waiting and seeing what's going to happen. I don't blame them. If you've got a 2 or 3% rate and you don't have to move, why would you do that? So a lot of people are kind of standing on that and just kind of holding out. Let's kind of see what things have done in Lakeland. We are, if you didn't know this, we're between Tampa and Orlando. We're 45 minutes to Tampa. We're an hour to Orlando, depending on traffic, maybe an hour and 15 minutes, depending on where in Orlando. But we're right in the middle. We are literally in Central Florida. We're in Polk County. Amazing area. Been here over 50 years and love Lakeland, Florida. It's a great place to live, great place to raise a family, a lot of activities. There's another video I've got. You can check out more about that. Without further ado, let's get to what's going on in Lakeland. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my screen with you and show you a little bit about what the market is looking like. So if you'll notice this right here, I'm going to use my mouse to kind of just draw your attention. If you look at the top, this is through, again, 2024. It is currently as of the end of March. So just a couple things to note. If you'll look at this, let's just go right to the middle here. I'm at the 200 to 250 price range. What this says here is there are 104 sold units as of the end of March for about a 12% market share. The average list price was $232,848. The average sale price was $226,458, with a 97% appear of list to sell. Okay, that means that the average list price was $232, some change. The average sale price was $226. If you divided that out, it'd be about 97% of list price, or the seller came off about what? 3% of their asking price. The average days on the market, DOM, in this price range through the making of this video in the end of March was 44 days, about a month and a half. And the number of inventory was about 84 properties still available. Now that would be single family homes, condos, townhomes, all the properties. Okay, so this kind of gives you an idea. Now, going right to, you can see where the most popular properties are is between 250 and 300. It's about a 17% of our market, but following closely behind are homes at 3 to 350 and 350 to 4. So really between $200,000 and $400,000 If you added that up, you can see that's a pretty great majority of the price range here in Lakeland. Okay. And if you just kind of look over here, I'm bouncing over here a little bit to this, but you can see these are still selling for about 98 to 99% of their list price. So sellers are not negotiating a whole lot because again, it's low inventory. Now I'll tell you this. Look at this too. And this is where things have really changed in the last, I'm going to call it 9 to 12 months. If you look at the average days in the market, if you can see my mouse over here in this price range, 2 to 400,000, you're seeing about a month and a half. Okay, about a month and a half days on the market, and then they go to contract, and then they would close 30 days after that. So it's taken about a month and a half-ish for properties to go under contract. Okay, in a normal market, I've been doing this 27, 28 years. Man, a home would take 2 to 3 to 4 months to sell. And everybody would be like, okay, this is kind of normal. I think we're kind of in a little bit of a normal market to where it takes 60 to 90 days to sell a home in some cases. Now, these stats would show a little bit sooner, but there's still people sitting on the sideline again, just kind of holding out. Now, in a normal market, people have sellers have to sit on the market a little bit to get what they want. And you're seeing that a little bit. But we've been spoiled in the last 2 to 3 years where there's multi-offers on property. They're going to go above list price, which, by the way, in some cases, that's still happening. My business partner had a property up in North Lakeland for, I believe it was 1.2. It had acreage to it, which is still in demand. And they got 4 or 5 offers and they went over list price. Simply amazing. But, acreage is always going to be in demand. So back to the stats here, if you want to look. So things are probably, if you look at my mouse here, 97, 98% of list price in this popular price range. Now you can see that the number of inventory in the market, the greatest number right here is between 3 and 350, 157 homes, right? That's the greatest amount of inventory we have currently. Now, if you go down here, you're going to see the number of sold units to the end of March is 856. That represents all of the market share. The average list price for the year, we're up again, 371. The average sale price is 360 for about a 97% of list to sell price. So about 3% wiggle room when you list your home, Mr. or Mrs. Seller, with an average days in the market of about a month and a half, about 48 days. Now, one could argue if you look at the $1 million homes, right, that's about a 93% of list to sell price. Even above that, 900,000 to almost $1 million is 88%. So, but again, these are upper end homes. So sometimes they're going to have a little bit more wiggle room to negotiate. And days in the market for the larger homes is, about 3 months, which is still not bad at all. So if you look at the numbers, still we're at about 48 days in the market. Inventory is still low at 868 days. So we're still in a good, strong market here in Lakeland. Things are still booming. Building is booming in Southwest Lakeland, Northwest Lakeland, a lot of growth over in the Auburndale area. Things are still very busy in Bartow. And again, all of Lakeland is just still continuing to grow. I've got another video, if you want to watch that, on the traffic. Okay, that's a real thing too. So looking at this, I want to scroll down and I'm going to show you one more thing. Okay, so I'm on the left-hand side here, the 4-year sales inventory data. Okay, so this is going to show you the average, and I'm going to go over to the very right-hand column, the average month's inventory starting about 4 years ago. And this represents the very top right month's inventory, 2.45, about 2.5 months of inventory compared to what is listed compared to what's sold. So if you scroll down here, you can see things got less than a month here in 21. But here's what I want to show you down here. Let's go to first of the year, really the end of last year, 12/31. You're going to see 2.95, so about 3 months worth of inventory. And then January and February, when people were not really jump started yet because they're getting through the Christmas holidays, kids getting back in school, they're getting reset from last year in the holidays. Things had a little bit longer, 4 months to 4.21. Now, as of the end of March, We're down to 2.72. And, if rates drop at some point, again, which they probably will, we anticipate this number 2.72 going down even further as buyers gobble up more homes and maybe jump in and maybe we get multiple offers again and that sort of thing. So truly, 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 now is the time to buy because home sellers are typically a little bit more willing to work with you, maybe pay some closing costs, maybe work with you on price. So it's still a good time to buy a home. My father used to say, don't wait and buy real estate and wait, right? Hold on to that. Buy your home, buy your investment home, sit on it, get equity, build wealth. This is the way that you really, at some point when you need to turn your home over and sell it, you need to be in it a little while so you can make some equity and make some cash. So I hope this video has helped you. Again, I want to kind of show you here what the market has done, what it's looking like. If you have any questions, we can talk a lot more specifically about kind of what we're doing here with our team. My business partner and I have over 50 years experience combined, and we'd love to share our wisdom, our expertise with you, strategies in purchasing, strategies in selling. We've got a lot of contacts, and again, honesty, integrity, and just a hard work ethic are three things we really, really thrive on. So we would love to have a conversation with you, talk about your real estate needs and what kind of where you are right now. Again, find any value to this video, do me a favor and just like it or share it or subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, just remember this, whether selling or buying, you got to call Brian. Have a great day.